Hello, welcome to the Real Estate Regroup Show. I am your host, LJ Walker, a real estate investor helping you realize your dream of owning a home or investing in one. Today's show, I'm going to be speaking about homeowners association. Listen, there's a lot of pluses when it comes to being in an HOA. One, you share the costs of owning a home or maintaining a home. Plus, you also share the cost of any common area. You're also able normally to form an instant community. The minuses, unfortunately, there are a number, and one of them is that sometimes they do put unnecessary restrictions on you. For example, you have some HOAs that are against you putting an awning over your door, or they may say you have to choose certain colors for the outside of your home. That might be something that might annoy a number of people, but that's why I recommend that when you're buying a home, condo, or co-op, that you check what the rules are for that association. You ask to read the bylaws so that you can see what's expected. You also want to know, how are the rates determined? When do those rates go up? Ask to look at their books and see how it is that they are handling their money. Now, let's say you are buying into a brand new community where you have to start an HOA. It's actually something that the government and the developer of those homes mention in the contract that you sign, that this has to happen. Let's say that happens to you, because that happened to me. In the beginning, it's not going to be easy as far as choosing who should be in the HOA, because why? You don't know everybody's personality as of yet. But I would like to say this: try not to be persuaded by cute sayings or looks. Even people who appear to be confident, that doesn't always necessarily mean that they are going to be the best either. So the first year or so is going to be rough as far as who is going to be on the homeowners association. But definitely you want people who can put in the time and make the commitment. As time progresses, you want to be mindful of bullying. There are people who will definitely trip over title. And what I find is that sometimes people who are bullies will not just take advantage of you and other people as far as bossing you around, but sometimes they don't necessarily handle the money right either. Whether you're a board member or just a homeowner in the association, let's just be realistic in the fact that they're not going to say yes to all of your suggestions. So just be open. Note this though: the board is not above being sued. Okay? The board can be sued if they do not perform certain functions as outlined in the bylaws. If money is stolen, they can also be sued as well. At any time, you as a homeowner or as someone else who's on the board, you have the right to ask for proof or to look at the books to see how money has been spent. Okay? Now, as far as the dues are concerned, I would say this is very important. You see, you have some homeowners associations where only the board, which normally consists about 6 people or 5 or 3, depends, they are the ones that set what the dues are. But you have others where the board says these are going to be the dues, but the rest of the homeowners, they vote as far as whether or not the dues are going to be this amount or not. So again, it goes back up to the bylaws. Now, let's say they set it to an amount that you cannot afford to pay. You have the right to speak up and say something about it. Some boards might be open to a payment plan, all are not. That's why it's really good that you have legal counsel. And if you need legal counsel, remember, I am available to guide you and let you know where you can go and get help in that area. I do want you to also keep this in mind. In certain states, the HOA can put a lien, well, actually, in most states, correction, the HOA can put a lien on your house. And in some states, the HOA lien supersedes all liens. Now, in New York, it's a little different. In New York City, the HOA lien supersedes all liens. But in the rest of the state, the tax lien is first. Okay? But yes, the HOA even can make certain demands or can get involved in such a way where you are not able to refinance your home unless you pay your HOA dues. Your HOA can actually foreclose on you. In New York, it takes 5 years to do so, meaning after 5 years, if you haven't paid not one due, you can definitely be foreclosed on by your HOA. How do I know this? Well, first of all, it's written and you can actually, yes, you can Google it. Yes, you can also seek legal counseling here and find out. But the other way is because a friend of mine is on the board of her condo. And there was a married couple. The wife bought the condo and then she got married afterwards. She left. They couldn't find her, but the husband, he stayed living in the condo. He didn't feel that he needed to pay because she bought it. But I believe what happened is that his name, she probably added his name to the title. And so that's why the HOA came after him. Anyway, it went to court and the HOA won. They foreclosed and he got thrown out of that particular condo. So I say this to say that when you are buying property, particularly one that has an HOA, or if you are married to someone who owns property where they have to pay HOA dues, you need to have legal counsel from time to time so that you know what your rights are. Okay? So, folks, that's all I have for you tonight. Hopefully, the information that I've shared will help you make smart financial moves. Feel free to pass this along. Remember, each one, reach one, teach one. Bye for now. Until next time, have a good night.